Thanks for tuning in to part 2 of this two-part series, How to Repair Your Credit. You can reach us at www.credit-mechanic.blogspot.com. We encourage you to please go there and check us out if you miss anything in this video, and that's for both part 1 and part 2. Also, at this time, we'd like for you to subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Go ahead and look up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, click the subscribe button, and if after you view this information you find that it is valuable and it has helped you, or if you have any questions, be sure to give us a 5-star rating down below, and also you can post any question that you have in the comment section, and I will personally be sure to get back to you and get you the answers that you deserve to help you get your credit back on the right track. So, getting into it, what we're going to do is we're going to cover negotiating theory. Now, it's important that we cover the theory behind what should inspire a sense of entitlement and a sense of confidence on your part when you set out to settle your debt for pennies on the dollar, despite the discouragement that you're going to experience from the other end of the phone, meaning the collection agency. Keep in mind also, when I say pennies on the dollar, what I mean is a savings of 30% to 75% of what you originally owed on any given debt with a collection agency. So you're probably wondering, how is this possible? And that's a great question. Collection agencies want you to think that the debt that they're trying to collect is the original debt and that they're working on behalf of the original creditor, when in fact the only tie that they have with the original creditor that you defaulted on is the fact that they purchased the debt from that creditor at a wholesale value. So in other words, when you opened up your MasterCard and you charged up $800 and for whatever reason you experienced some financial hardship and you were unable to pay that back, that original creditor charged it off. In other words, they wrote it off as a loss, and they were able to do this because they sold it at a wholesale value or for less than what was owed to them. And so the collection agency picks up the debt for, let's say, an $800 debt that you originally charged off. They bought it for, let's say, $400. And so what the collection agency is going to do is attempt to collect the full amount from you plus late fees and penalties, and of course that's how they make their profit. And it's also that profit margin that enables them to settle the debt for less than what you originally owed. So that's pretty much how it works. Now, step 1 of what you want to do when you begin to actually execute on the theory of negotiating the settlement of your debt is you want to call the creditor and or collection agency and tell them that you want to settle your debt. Just go ahead, call them up, say, "Hi, this is Sean Reed, and I want to settle my debt." At that point in time, the account manager or the representative, customer representative, whoever you're talking to on the phone, is going to ask you for some personal information so they can get into your file. At that time, you want to get the name and the extension number of the person that you're talking to, along with the date and time and all the details of the conversation, and put it into the file for that particular trade line that you're calling in reference to. If you notice that I'm simply reviewing a step from the video in part 1, and this is important. Now, let's just say for our conversation's sake that the debt that you're trying to settle is $1,000. After you've expressed your interest in settling the debt to the customer service representative, you want to just sit back, don't say a word, and you want to listen to what it is they have to say. Oftentimes, they will tell you bluntly that you owe the full amount, but that if you can make a payment today, they could probably knock off somewhere in the ballpark of 10%, which in this case it's $1,000 debt, so that's only $100. So that's really not a big savings. Step 3, at this point, you want to tell them, "Listen, I don't have that much money. I don't have $900, but what I can pay right now today is $250. Can you work with that?" In response, the collection agency is going to tell you that they don't have the authority to take that, and that they're going to have to call their client and get their permission, and that they'll have to get back to you. So they'll probably put you on hold. Now, obviously they're going to put you on hold, and I'm telling you right now, they're not calling anybody. Trust me, they don't have no connection with the creditor. What they're going to do is they're going to put you on hold, and then they're probably going to call their supervisor or their manager or maybe the person in the cubicle next to them, okay? And they're going to laugh, and they're going to say, yeah, this person just asked me if they could settle this $1,000 debt for $250. And then they're going to pick up the phone after they've had you on hold for about a minute or two and tell you, oh, nope, we can't do that, okay? So at this point, we're moving into step 4. You want to tell them that you want to talk to a supervisor. Inform them that you're in the process of cleaning up your credit and you're trying to avoid filing bankruptcy, and tell them that you have a very limited budget, and that if you can't settle for something that you can afford, that you'll have to take what very little money that you have and file for bankruptcy. So what you're offering is what you can afford, and they can take it or leave it, basically. So what they're going to do is they're going to put you on hold. They're going to get their supervisor. Before they put the supervisor on the phone with you, they're going to brief the supervisor on what you just told them. At this point, you're at step 5. Shut your mouth. Don't say a word. Let the silence sell them on what you just offered, and watch what happens. Now, you may have to repeat it to the supervisor because the supervisor is just picking up the phone. Make sure you get that supervisor's name and extension number, okay, and log that in your file. Stay organized throughout this whole process. And what most likely will happen is that they're going to settle for something in the ballpark of 50% or better. And if for any reason you're not happy with the offer that they make on behalf of your settlement, be sure to leave your name and number and tell them that you're off to call your other creditors because you're in the process of cleaning up your credit, and that you're going to pay them the money that they're going to miss out on. And ultimately, if they do not call you with a better offer, that you'll simply file bankruptcy and they will get nothing. They're going to get zero because they were not willing to work with you to help you settle for something that you can afford. Tell them that your credit is already ruined and you have nothing to lose. And I can assure you that within hours or perhaps days, you're going to receive a phone call from the account manager with an update and a possible offer that will make the settlement offer make a lot more sense for your budget and what you can afford. This technique really works. All you have to do is use it. Use your imagination and be confident. Because after all, you deserve to settle your debt for as little as possible and get your credit back on the right track. Go ahead and look around the website community or the yellow pages. Look around this page and inquire with some credit counseling companies and or credit repair companies if you feel that you want to hire a professional to negotiate the settlement of your debt for you. Of course, this is going to cost you, but it is an option nonetheless. And I hope that this information will help you to do it yourself and save you some extra money. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to post your question in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to get back to you with the answers that you need. In the meantime, we thank you for joining us. Have a great day.